What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 15, and we start today's episode off with a game in the FA Cup round of 16 here against Southampton. Of course, we knocked out Crystal Palace in the previous round, so coming into this game, it's not really going to be too much of a stretch for us to beat Southampton here at the Den if we were able to beat Palace away from home. But of course, Southampton are a better side, and they're also the first side to actually beat us in this series. Of course, they beat us in the Capital One Cup, but yeah, we are into the round of 16. It's pretty cool how the tournament tree also shows before the game as well. That's a pretty cool feature from EA that they've just implemented. But anyway, yeah, Alan Dunn leads the side out, of course, and we did indeed rest quite a few players, as you would have seen, for this game. But Southampton, they did beat us in the Capital One Cup here at the Den, so I was feeling a little bit, I wouldn't say pessimistic, because of course, we beat Crystal Palace in the previous game, 2-0 away from home. We've been on a good impressive run of form, but of course we did lose our last game to Middlesbrough, so it's kind of a bit of a mixed feeling coming into this game. But it was Southampton who had the first chance of the game, as expected. Luke Shaw down the left-hand side crosses the ball in, and Dani Osvaldo, the guy who I just can't seem to stop. Of course, he did score in the Capital One Cup, and he scores again here. 20 minutes in, Southampton take the lead, and sadly it was Osvaldo, the man with the perfect hair, who makes it Millwall 0. Southampton 1, to a real shame there. We shouldn't have conceded that goal. It was a real sloppy one. I lunged in down the right hand side and got nowhere near the ball. Cross came in and it was 1-0 to Southampton. So the away side take the lead here, but in the 35th minute, a great chance to hit back, because Nathan Ake spends about 10 minutes waiting to take this free kick, because he was planning that very accurate pass to Jimmy Abdu there. He plays a 1-2 with Jay Rodriguez. The ball comes to Alan Dunn. Dunn beats Luke Shaw with a step over, crosses the ball in. It comes to Berahino on loan from West Ham. Almost got his first goal. It hit the bar, but the ball just ballooned up into the air, and Andy Keogh, with some real determination to get there ahead of the defenders and head the ball into the open goal, made it Millwall 1, Southampton 1. So that was it for the first half. Not much happened after that. But in the 69th minute, a great chance for us to take the lead. Liam Feeney's down the right hand side. He crosses the ball in. It's headed away, but only as far as Josh Wright, who chests it, then strikes it on the half volley, but it's quite tame, and Ben Foster has a simple catch, really. So it's still Millwall 1, Southampton 1. But in the 73rd minute, Dani Osvaldo's onto the ball, and sadly, again, we can't prevent the Italian from scoring. It's a good finish into the bottom corner. No chance for Nyland, but the defence just seemed to get split in the middle there, and it was simple for Osvaldo to run through and just slot it into the bottom corner. But it's a real shame to concede that goal, and as things stood, we were going to be going out of the FA Cup here. But in the 90th minute, as the clock ran down, the fourth official showed we had 2 minutes of injury time left. Lee Martin found Marcos Lopez, who drilled the ball across the face of goal, and Nathaniel Klein puts the ball past Ben Foster, past his goalkeeper, into the back of his own net. And thankfully for us, we do get a late goal. It's an own goal, but I'll take him. It's take whatever you can. It's an own goal by Nathaniel Klein, and that does mean that we managed to go ahead and get a 2-2 draw here, which means that we will have a replay at St Mary. So a replay is not great for us, because of course we do have a congested fixture list in the Championship already. Now we've got to have a replay at St Mary's, but I'll rather take the replay than going out, no doubt about that. So an own goal by Nathaniel Klein in injury time means we do get a replay, and I'll just have to be satisfied with that, really, because Southampton were very hard to stop. But yeah, we'll have a replay at St Mary's. I don't fancy my chances. I didn't fancy my chances in that game. I don't fancy my chances at St Mary's at all, but we'll do our best. We will rest quite a few players, of course, because the Championship is the priority, but we'll still go there looking for the win, and hopefully we'll be able to shock Southampton and get the win. But anyway, the following game was against Sheffield Wednesday here at the Den, and of course looking to get back to winning ways. No win in 2 games. It's not really bad, but of course we've been on such an incredible run all through the season. We do want to go back to winning ways here with a game against Sheffield Wednesday. And as I've been saying, like every single time we show the table in the last few episodes, I'm still desperate to keep pace with QPR, because I just can't seem to push away from the playoff places. We're stuck in 2nd place, but we never really get an extended lead ahead of Brighton in 3rd place. They always seem to win, and that means we've got to win as well. So we do take on Sheffield Wednesday. We do have a game in hand, which is nice, but I'd rather have the points than the games in hand. But we do take on Sheffield Wednesday, and thankfully for us, we got a stroke of real fortune in this game, just like the last game. Chris Kirkland with an absolutely embarrassing piece of goalkeeping there. It's the simplest goal Brian Carrasco will score in his entire career. The fans are celebrating like no other, and what a huge error by Chris Kirkland. The ball comes back to him. Why is he taking a touch there? He knows Carrasco's putting him under pressure. He knows Carrasco's one of the quickest players in the division, and instead he takes a touch on a wet surface. The ball runs away from him, and Carrasco just pokes the ball into the bottom corner. So 1-0 here, but in in the 22nd minute, a great chance for Sheffield Wednesday to equalise. The ball comes to Antonio, but he half volleys the ball into the stands. Real good chance there. It was unmarked to the far post, so still 1-0. But in the 29th minute, Heelan's onto the ball, plays it out wide to Antonio again. He was doing his best to really sort of put Malone under pressure. He was doing a good job as well. He crossed the ball in, and again, it's another sitter there. Sheffield Wednesday's number 9 is all alone, half volley, 1-on-1, puts the ball into the stands. So still 1-0. But how about that for a quick piece of passing to turn defending into attack? Lovely back heel, lovely through ball. James Henry's through. Henry sees the run of Liam Trotter, finds him. First time shot. Great save by Chris Kirkland to make up for his earlier error. That was a great counter attack by us there. So still 1-0 after Kirkland makes a good save. And from the corner, Morrison's header is again really well saved by Chris Kirkland. So he was desperate to show that he's not that bad of a goalkeeper after all. So still 1-0 here. In the 42nd minute though, Nyla makes a good save, but sadly we can't clear the ball away. And Sheffield Wednesday do manage to get themselves a goal back here. I think it might be Maguire, not entirely sure, but Sheffield Wednesday did get themselves back on level terms just before half time, so that was a shame. And he had a great chance to make it 2-1 here as we give the ball away. It comes to Jose Semedo, crosses the ball in, and Heelan's header goes wide of the post. So still 1-1, but Sheffield Wednesday actually had the better chances in the first half. They played really well, and in the second half they started really brightly again. Down the left hand side, it's their number 9, crosses the ball in, and Maguire's header goes into the back of the net via the far post, but thankfully he is ruled out for offside. So, got to be honest, like, you know, the AI on Legendaries, as I've said many times, on next gen, they feel very, very subpar, but quite recently they've been playing really well, and here's another great chance for Wednesday. Cross comes in, the header is met, and Nyla makes a good save. So we were under pressure pretty much all through this game, to be honest. But in the 57th minute, a great chance for a counter attack. Carrasco's onto the ball, rolls it through to James Henry down the right hand side. It's a great chance as Henry crosses the ball in. Carrasco's all alone, sees Kirkland coming out, tries to dink it over him. He does do that, but sadly he can't put it on target, and it goes wide of the post. So still 1-1 here. But in the 67th minute, James Henry's onto the ball down the right hand side. He ends up crossing the ball across the face of goal. It's cleared away by Wednesday, but it comes straight back to him. Sees Liam Trotter, who shoots, and again Kirkland makes a really strong save. So still Millwall 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, but we decided to make a triple substitution here. Andy Keogh, Marcos Lopez, and Connolly came on for Weiser, Trotter, and Morrison. Of course, we do have a congested fixture list at the moment, so we do need to, you know, try and make sure we preserve the stamina for as much as possible, for as many players as possible. So make a triple substitution with 10 minutes to go, and a few minutes after that here, the pass is intercepted by Scott Malone. Malone gets onto the ball, he finds Ryan Gould. Gould plays it down the left hand side. It's Brian Carrasco who is all alone here. Nice step over and a body feint. He shoots. Good save by Kirkland, but there is Andy Keogh who puts the ball into the back of the net as he comes off the bench. And yeah, as you'll see by the replay here, I actually thought Kirkland managed to prevent the ball from crossing the line the first time, but as you'll see on the replay, the ball had crossed the line, and thankfully we didn't need the goal line technology for that one, as Kirkland claws the ball out over the line, and that of course means that the goal does count, and we do collect a 2-1 result here as things stand. So Keogh gets the goal. It's only his third in the championship, but he has had a bit of an injury struggle throughout the season, and he is, of course, a bench player, really, but it's 2-1 here, and in the 90th minute here, the ball comes to the Nyland from a corner. He launches the ball out to the goal scorer and the substitute, Andy Keogh. Keogh's onto the ball here, sees the run of Brian Carrasco. He finds him with a wonderful through ball. It's Carrasco who gets past his man, takes aim, but sadly he hits the post. That would have wrapped the game off, but he just couldn't do it, and Lopez's cross in is cleared away, and sadly Wednesday do eventually manage to get the ball away, and that's how the game finishes. So it's a 2-1 victory. We do get a win. It was a really difficult game, to be honest. That was one of the toughest wins we've had all season, but I was very relieved to get the 3 points against Wednesday, and I was very happy to make sure that this unbeaten run at home in the league is still preserved. So we haven't lost a single game in the league at home, and that really does feel good. But anyway, we had another international management offer here. It's from India, and we rejected it, of course, and we also rejected a Wales one because I just didn't care. And we also found out our scout had returned. Of course, you saw me going for a scout future star. He's returned. He's found us a player whose name I just can't pronounce, so that's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. But yeah, he's a centre back. He's got 76 to 94 potential, and he's also 6'3", so that's quite a decent centre back, really. He's only, I think he's like 39 to 51 overall for the time being, so we won't promote him until next season. We'll leave him in the youth academy, and at the start of next season we'll promote him. But yeah, he doesn't look too bad, so you know, hopefully he'll grow his overall quite quickly, because I don't want to be using like a 40 odd overall player to begin with. next season. But anyway, here's a squad report. Once again, thanks for the comments telling me about the potential. I know that Ryan Gould's out of position. That's one of the reasons why he's probably not growing that much. But it's kind of odd because even though he's out of position and not growing, Brian Carrasco is way out of position. Yet he's growing really quickly. You know, Gould hasn't grown a single rating and he's out of position. Yet Carrasco's out of position and he's grown 4 ratings. So that's really odd. But there's the squad report, and here's a look at the league table as well. We're still sitting in second. We are 8 points behind QPR. We do have a game in hand, but I don't think we're going to claim the title, sadly. But we're just trying to extend our lead from Brighton in 3rd place. And as always, guys, big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave likes. That's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.